Amish Survival Secrets: 15 Items to Weather Any Storm. Today, we're diving into the world of Amish survival techniques. These folks have mastered self-sufficiency and resilience, relying on time-tested tools and methods to thrive off-grid. These 15 items are essential for anyone looking to prepare for a potential collapse. We're talking about a world without supermarkets, without electricity, without the grid. These items, tried and tested by generations of Amish, could be the difference between weathering the storm and, well, So buckle up, get ready to learn, and remember, survival is about more than just making it out alive. Let's get to it. Cast iron. It's been a staple for centuries, and for good reason. This stuff is virtually indestructible. You can drop it, you can heat it, you can cook with it over an open fire. It'll just take the heat and keep on going. Versatility is key in survival, and a cast iron pan can handle it all. Frying, baking, boiling, even using it as a makeshift weapon if you're in a real pinch. It's about more than just food, you see. It's about warmth, about ritual, about reminding yourself that you're still human, even in the toughest of times. Remember, out in the wild, consistency is key. You're not always going to have a successful hunt or foraging trip. That's where canning comes in. It's the art of preserving your harvests, stretching your food supply far beyond its natural limits. With the right equipment, jars, lids, a pressure canner, you can store fruits, vegetables, even meats. It's like bottling up summer sunshine to enjoy during those lean winter months. It's about having a safety net, a backup plan when the unexpected hits. And trust me, the unexpected happens more often than not. When the grid goes down, you don't want to be left in the dark, literally. Oil lamps are simple, reliable, and provide a surprising amount of light. Plus, they cast a warm, inviting glow, which can be a real morale booster when things feel bleak. An oil lamp, it's like a tamed flame, a beacon of civilization in the face of the unknown. In a survival situation, light is more than just illumination. It's a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always light to be found. Wood stove. The heart of the off-grid home. Forget fancy gas stoves or electric ovens. A wood stove is the beating heart of any off-grid home. It's your source of heat, your cooking companion, a gathering place for warmth and storytelling. There's something deeply satisfying about building a fire, feeling the heat radiate through the room. It connects us to something ancient, something primal. But remember, a wood stove is a responsibility too. You need a steady supply of dry wood, and you need to be mindful of fire safety. You take care of the fire, and it'll take care of you. Manual grain mill. From kernel to flour, the old-fashioned way. Grains are a survival staple, packed with energy to keep you going. But what good is a sack of wheat berries if you can't turn them into flour? That's where a manual grain mill comes in handy. It connects you to the process, to the food you're about to eat. After a long day of chopping wood or tending your garden, that first bite of fresh-baked bread made from flour you ground yourself, it's more rewarding than any restaurant meal you've ever had. Root cellar, nature's refrigerator. Long before refrigerators, there were root cellars. These underground wonders use the earth's natural insulation to keep your produce fresh for months. Imagine this: rows of potatoes, carrots, onions, all carefully stored in wooden crates, jars of preserves lining the shelves, their colors glowing in the dim light. Building a root cellar takes some planning, but it's an investment worth considering. There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of descending into your own personal food sanctuary, especially when the world outside feels uncertain. Quilts. More than just a pretty blanket. When the nights grow long and the temperatures plummet, you'll be grateful for the warmth of a well-made quilt. These aren't just decorative throws, they're layers of history, of love, of practicality stitched together. Holding a quilt is like holding a piece of the past. When you're huddled under a thick, warm quilt, listening to the wind howl outside, you'll understand the true value of this simple yet essential item. Sewing supplies. A stitch in time saves, well, everything. Forget fast fashion. In a world without disposable goods, knowing how to sew is crucial. Ripped seam, patch it up. Worn out button, replace it. With a needle, thread, and some basic know-how, you can extend the life of your clothes indefinitely. It's a lost art, sewing, but it's a skill worth rediscovering. And it's not just about clothes. Sewing skills can be used to repair tents, backpacks, even create makeshift shelters. Heirloom seeds. Planting the seeds of resilience. Heirloom seeds are like time capsules carrying within them the genetic heritage of countless generations of plants. These aren't your typical supermarket varieties. These are tough, adaptable plants bred for flavor and resilience. Planting heirloom seeds is about more than just gardening. It's about preserving biodiversity, about taking control of your food supply, about connecting with the land in a meaningful way. That's the magic of heirloom seeds. For centuries, people have relied on the healing power of plants. And let me tell you, out in the wild, a well-stocked herbal medicine cabinet can be a lifesaver. We're talking about using chamomile for sleep, lavender for calming nerves, echinacea for boosting immunity. It's about understanding the natural world and using it to your advantage. Knowing which plants can soothe a burn, which herbs can settle an upset stomach, that's invaluable knowledge. It's about empowering yourself, about taking control of your health. Forget power drills and chainsaws. When the grid goes down, it's all about the humble hand tool. Axes, saws, hammers, chisels. These are the tools that built civilizations. They're extensions of your own two hands, capable of incredible feats when wielded with skill and determination. It's about working with your hands, about feeling the weight of the tool, the resistance of the wood. When you've chopped your own firewood, built your own shelter, crafted your own tools using nothing but your hands and a few simple implements, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment like no other. In a world without grocery stores, your garden becomes your lifeline. And to cultivate that lifeline, you need the right tools. Shovels, rakes, hoes, trowels. They may seem mundane, but they hold the key to your survival. There's something deeply grounding about working the soil, planting seeds, nurturing life. It's a reminder that even in chaos, there's still growth, there's still hope. That's the power of gardening. It's about creating abundance, about nourishing yourself and your loved ones. Hand crank radio. Staying connected in a disconnected world. When the power goes out, so does your access to information. That's where a hand crank radio comes in. This little lifesaver will keep you updated on weather reports, emergency broadcasts, and any news of the outside world. It's more than just a source of information. It's a lifeline to the outside world, a reminder that you're not alone. Hearing a human voice, even if it's just through static, can be incredibly reassuring in a crisis situation. A hand crank radio can provide hours of entertainment, a welcome distraction from the challenges of survival. Bicycles, pedal-powered freedom. Forget gas-guzzling cars. When fuel is scarce, a bicycle becomes your trusty steed. It's eco-friendly, efficient, and provides a fantastic workout to boot. There's a sense of freedom that comes with hopping on a bike, feeling the wind in your hair, the sun on your face. And it's not just about recreation. A bike can be used for transportation, for hauling supplies, for exploring your surroundings. Rainwater Collection, turning liquid gold into a sustainable resource. Water is life, and when the taps run dry, you'll need a reliable source of this precious resource. That's where Rainwater Collection comes in. It's about harnessing the power of nature, turning liquid gold into a sustainable resource. Imagine this. You wake up to the sound of rain drumming on your roof. But instead of dreading the downpour, you feel a surge of gratitude. With some basic materials and a bit of know-how, you can collect and store enough water to see you through even the driest of spells. Outro, are you ready to thrive? So there you have it, folks. 15 essential Amish survival items that could make all the difference when the unexpected hits. Remember, survival isn't about just roughing it. It's about resilience, adaptability, and using your ingenuity to thrive, no matter the circumstances. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more survival tips. Stay prepared and stay safe. And remember, the most important survival tool you have is your own mind. Stay sharp, stay resourceful, and never give up.